In the western Himalayas, Kolahoi is the largest glacier in the Jehlum basin. According to TERI's 2010 data, Kolahoi has lost between 15 to 18% of its total volume. The research also showed that the glacier is retreating by 3 meters a year. As per the latest research paper published in International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health in April 2020, the glacier has lost 23% area since 1962. Earth scientist and prominent glaciologist Dr. Shakil Rumshu, who heads the Department of Earth Sciences at University of Kashmir, explains the phenomena and what policymakers can do in this regard.
65% of the water in Jehlum that you see on an average is coming from snow and glacier melt. So many of the areas in the Kashmir Valley, particularly in the North Kashmir, are seeing significant depletion because of the melting of these glaciers. So if you look at last 5-6 decades, we have observed loss of about 25% of the glacial mass. And the waters are shared between India and Pakistan, under the India-Indus Water Treaty. So it becomes very important for the policymakers to understand that what is happening to these, stream flows as a result of the melting of the glaciers, including the Kolahoi Glacier.
The rapid disappearance of Kashmir's most important glacier will leave communities living downstream without water for their crops. So the agriculture sector will be worst hit in next couple of years, Dr. Rumshu adds.
In many areas of Kashmir, you will see that people have shifted from agriculture to horticulture because of the lack of water in the rivers. It has affected the water supplies for irrigation to the paddy.
The melting of Kolahoi is affecting the guides also, who used to help the trackers and tourists in expeditions. One such person from Pahalgam, Ghulam Jilani, voiced his concern.
Earlier, it was quite easy to accompany tourists because it was close to Little River. Now it is difficult to access. It is not, has shrunk due to receding. The terrain has got rough. It is really difficult to walk on the ragged walkway. Those who used to earn from guiding here have switched to other odd jobs.
One of the co-authors of the recent study published by Department of Geoinformatics, University of Kashmir, Dr. Midhat Fayyaz, elucidates why the glacier is unhealthy.
There is one important thing to mention about the Kolahoi Glacier is that the glacier in itself is showing the differential recession. That is, the Kolahoi has two snouts. Both the snouts are showing the recession, but the primary snout is showing increased recession as compared to the secondary snout. And the reasons for this may be the topological setting of the glacier, and another thing is the orientation of the glacier.
Another reason of glacier in crisis.
The another reason for the recession of the Kolahoi Glacier may be the emission of the black carbon. The researchers in the region, like Butt et al. 2017, they have quoted that the region is facing the high black carbon emissions. So the basin is bowl type, and whenever these black carbons they get emitted in the valley, most of these fuels and other they get emitted from the valley. They get settled on the top of these glaciers, on the top of these mountains. They act as black body, and they enhance these absorb radiations, the solar radiations, and that enhances the melting of the glaciers.
Kolahoi is otherwise called Gwash Brani, which means goddess of light. Dr. Gauhar Miraj, young scientist at Department of Environment, Ecology and Remote Sensing, Government of Jammu and Kashmir, gives the scientific explanation of why was Kolahoi called Goddess Glacier.
Kolahoi Glacier being called as the goddess of light might have its roots in Hindu mythology. When I call downstream, it is perhaps Pakistan side that has been able to utilize the river Jehlum for its energy requirements more efficiently as compared to India. However, relating Kolahoi Glacier's recession with vulnerability of these hydropower projects downstream is also not wise. It is very unwise to relate solely the recession of Kolahoi Glacier with these vulnerability of these hydropower projects.